Guys, how's it going? Master Bucks here. Welcome on back to another FIFA 21 career mode video, and today this will be a big one. Ladies and gentlemen, it is finally time. Obviously EA Sports have been dropping FIFA ratings all throughout the week. Obviously the highest rated players, the fastest players, and all this and all that. But as career mode fans, let's be honest, only care about really one thing. That is the potentials of all the young wonder kids that are coming up, all the players that we want to sign in the future games. And of course, in all honesty, I have been playing a bit of FIFA 21. You've seen me post a bunch of videos already, but that was on a build of FIFA 21, which is not final, and of course, has not actually got the correct ratings for all the players and the potentials it's set for, you know, before what it was basically in FIFA 20. Instead, we are going to be looking for the very first time at all the 90 plus potential players that are going to be in career mode coming up. So let's just get things kicked off. Here we go then, the highest potential career mode players, and we are going to see the very first two. All right, no surprise in Mbappe with 95 potential right there, is the highest potential man in career mode. Don't think there's anything wrong with that at all, and you knew that he was going to be pretty well looked after. To be honest with you, 95 potential is what he had last year anyway, so not too surprised. Having Sancho in second place as well is also not too big of a surprise either, although I doubt he's probably going to be the only one that's at a 93 potential, but he's 87 rated. I think that too is also, you know, quite fair, because he is genuinely going to be, like, again, if Manchester United signed him, dude, I swear, I'd have had them as dark horses for the Premier League. Like, I rate him this highly. I think, almost in a way, I don't know. I really rate, okay, I get scared to say good things about players because I'm worried they won't come off and someone's going to clip me from 2-3 years ago and say, oh, look how wrong you were. You would think that's just me being petty or crazy, but no, it happens. Anyway, moving on down, we have got three others on 93 potentials. Kai Havertz with a 93 potential. I get that he's quite young, but that seems, I think the 93 is a bit much. 93, that's Ronaldo level, okay? That's near Messi level of potential, okay? I can definitely see Mbappe becoming the next superstar big thing Ronaldo. I mean, like, let's be honest, 95, okay, that's probably fair. Sancho 93 I can see. Havertz and Felix, I'm not so sure about the 93. That seems very, very high to me. That's my personal opinion for those two. Moving on down, we've got another 93 potential for Vinicius Jr. I think with this man being a little bit younger and having shown glimpses, I still think that's very high as well. 93, they're really dropping some high potential numbers this year, I will say that. But Vinicius at an 80, Alexander Arnold at a 92, I think that's probably a right as well, because 87 rating I have no problem with either. Like, genuinely, maybe not the best defender as a right back, makes it tricky sometimes to rate him, but I reckon if you chucked him in midfield or whatever, 87, he wouldn't be too far off. Genuinely, he is honestly, like, he's about as close to a Kimmich as I think there is in world football. Like, that guy that's so technical, playing in such a normally position that you don't really see too many technical players in. But I kind of don't have a problem with the 92 potential for Alexander Arnold at all. There we've got Haaland for a 92. I think with the amount of ridiculous goals this bloke is just belting in constantly, and an 84 overall is probably fine. De Ligt's keeping his 92 potential from last season, or that might actually be no, I don't think that's a downgrade, but 92 potential, not too far off what Van Dijk has at the moment, and considering how young he is, and yeah, maybe he's faded into the background a little bit at Juventus, or pardon me, Piemonte Calcio. I think that is maybe it's quite, again, it's probably too early to start downgrading or bringing him down a peg just because of one maybe quite a year at Juve, but we'll go with that. Moving down as well, Donna Rumor, who is still, I don't know how old he'd be now. What is he? If I had to guess, 22, 23. But it feels like he's been around forever. And this 85 rating that he's had, I think he's had for a little while. I still think he, probably from what I've seen, deserves it. But I'm not sure if he'll ever get to a 92 potential. Weird how I'm saying that when he's a goalkeeper that's so young and he's already played like over 100 games or something insane. I don't know. Lautaro Martinez at a 92. I don't know about you guys. I just don't think, I think they're really setting some super high potentials. I don't know about this, man. If we're to assume every single one of these players hit their potentials that EA have given them in FIFA 21, then we've got like you know, 3 of the best strikers of all time, like 3 of the best midfielders and like 2 of the best goalkeepers of all time, just immediately all in the same era. I don't know. I feel like they're overrating some of these potentials, but we move. Let's just keep going. Marcus Rashford at an 85 is a decent little rating with 91 potential for him. I think I can probably live with that. You know, Rashford's been playing and been around a little longer than Sancho has, but has a lower overall and less potential. With less potential, I understand, but I think, yeah, Rashford, probably an 85. I can probably take that. Trincao, I don't know too much about, in all honesty, aside from the fact that he's recently gone to Barcelona. I don't know if that has helped him out in the potential range, but having not seen or, you know, heard too much from him, I'm probably not going to, you know, put myself in a hole and pretend that I do, but we'll see if he gets on. 91 potential, I'm sure that going to Barca has helped him, but did he have potential that high before? I would have assumed it'd be like high 80s at that. Sandro Tonali, who of course has gone to AC Milan in this window and apparently being touted as the next Pirlo or whatever, but we'll see. 90 potential, or 91 potential, I'm not too surprised to see. That's higher than Frankie de Jong, who keeps a good rating at 85. I think that's fair. 90 potential, I think, is also probably about accurate for him. Dayot Upamecano, a centre-back for RB Leipzig, 79. God, I think he's already shown enough to prove that he probably warrants an 80, at least somewhere in the 80 range. I'd have thought maybe an 81, 82, just off of the back of some of the stuff he was doing in the Champions League. So to have him below an 80, I think it's tough. It's tough to me. And 90 potential, not surprised there at all. Valverde at a 90, I think is, I don't know if it's just me, but 83 overall for Valverde. I get that he has, like, look at that card, man. He is going to be one of the best career mode pickups that you can get in the game with that well-rounded stats, that pace at center midfield, and a 90 potential. Like, this dude is going to be insane straight out of the gate. I don't know if these stats and that potential reflect if that's what he deserves in real life, but maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm still not I'm not aware enough of the greatness of the man. We got Yazabao from, of course, all of you that were following the, it was brief, but the My Player Career Mode, that, don't worry, I'll definitely be sparking back up in FIFA 21 eventually, but he's got himself a 90 potential. Not too surprised. If he can bang him in like he was doing in that My Player Career Mode, then he should be doing just fine, and maybe he will hit that potential. Rodrigo at a 90 as well, super young still, and has had his moments at Real Madrid, 79. See, if we're giving Rodrigo a 79 overall, but Dayot Upamecano can't crack into the 80s, like, maybe I don't know if I get that. But still, continuing on, we have got Ansu Fati at a 76. I think that's an okay rating for now for him too as well, despite the fact he has shown absolute, you know, brilliance and class, and the 90 potential I think is fair enough too. Yeah, only because he is still so young, but 90 potential, I wouldn't be surprised if that ends up getting higher in future FIFAs. But Alfonso Davies, just let's chuck him in. He is only an 89 potential player, but I think he's actually, yeah, the last one on the list. But 96 pace, 81 overall. I actually believe, even though Davies is definitely one of the most electric, exciting, and definitely by far like a top 5 left back in the world already, I think when people say he's the best left back in the world, it makes it tough because you can't really, like, there are so many different fullbacks in the world of football that have different roles in a team, so sometimes it's hard to compare between them. But an 81 overall, I think, is actually accurate. I bet there'll be a lot of people that think Davies should probably be higher rated. I can weirdly live with the 81 overall. And the 89 potential too. I think that's probably fine as well. I don't think he's a guy that, I think he can clearly get super highly rated, but I think that's probably about fair as well, not having him in the 90s. But how many is that? Let's just count it. Right, that's 20 all above a 90 except for Davies. So there are 19 90 potential players in FIFA 21. That seems, I don't know why, but that seems really high. Let me know who you think is, like, obviously Mbappe, 90 rated, 95 potential. What a gun. But who do you think in there will be one of the best signings for their overall and for their potential? Like, I can't fathom how good that Valverde guy is going to be with that sort of pace, that well-rounded at centre midfield with such a high potential. Let me know if you think there's maybe a few players that have kind of been a bit underrated. Maybe if you do think of any players you think should have had a 90 potential that didn't quite make it. Just your thoughts in general on the list. It's a very interesting top 20. I can't think of any massive snubs, me personally, but that's probably just because they're all escaping my mind. Regardless, that is the top 20. The highest potential career mode players in FIFA 21. Can't wait to finally get my hands on the game when we have all these players with their ratings and their potential set and everything. And oh, it's going to be a beaut. Till then though, my name is Masterbucks. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Catch you later and bye-bye.